is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast.
Jake has...
Put your mic. Put your mic.
Well, Jake builds his microphone. I'm going to go find some food. So
There's probably food in the fridge. Well, welcome to the solo Xander cast. It's me, Xander, brought to you by your sponsor, me, Xandies. It's like me on undies, but you get to wear used thongs worn by me. Let me tell you, it gets real deep in those crevices. It gets real nice and tight, and I don't wash it. I have rashes on my skin from the lack of washing of that area. It's disgusting. And
What are you saying?
I'm talking about my my new business, me Xandies.
I was looking in a fridge that was full of only alcohol.
Yeah. Welcome to Austin. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, Jake.
We are
cool.
recording.
I said hit record at some point.
What's up, boys?
How's it going?
Welcome
I
back,
heard
Jake.
what you fucking said. I heard what you said.
What did we say about
What
you?
did we say?
You're going to replace me
We are.
because I joined the military?
That's right. Yeah.
That shit sucked.
The military.
Yeah, I'm not in that anymore.
Who did you invade?
Technically, as an American citizen, I'm still not able to talk about it, even though I am resigning from the military formally.
I see.
Yeah.
Court-martialed.
Well,
No?
I think it was like...
AWOL? You're AWOL?
Well,
What?
Jake, no.
We need you in the army.
Think about
I was
your
in the
country.
Navy.
Uncle Sam could use some help.
turns out I was there. He doesn't really need all that much help.
Oh, okay.
I think Uncle Joe needs you
Uncle Joe.
to fix his computer. They don't have any tech savvy people in the military.
Sleepy Brandon needs help. Sleepy Brandon needs you.
Joe's just hanging out in the Oval Office. Just, I can't get my email working.
Yeah, they basically only had me on emails.
That's too bad.
Teaching all the old people how to use email. Nancy Pelosi's just on her phone. I don't know how to get to it.
My job was to teach them what it ended up being. It's just kind of like one of those tutoring programs where I just let them do whatever they want, and then I do the email work.
I see.
They still pass the email test at the end of the quarter.
You pick up any stock tips from Nancy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What should we invest in?
Yeah.
Baby blood.
Baby blood.
Baby blood.
It's going up
the
right
market's
now.
gonna spike.
Yeah.
We're going to have a large supply, that's for sure.
Oh Jesus. How was your trip, man? How was your hike? Like, were you hiking or what?
Water was more of it. I went on a boat at one point. I guess that's the only water I did. I didn't do much outdoor. Oh, I swam a lot. Yeah.
It sounds like the Navy.
Swam. That's the water.
That really does sound like the Navy.
A lot of swimming. It was supposed to be wetter than it was. Yeah. I went on a boat to go see a fireworks show. That was cool.
Oh, okay.
That's called invading another country.
I went on a boat to see a fireworks show.
I had air quotes around that. Yeah.
Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
Saw a few fireworks. A couple of my buddies' heads got blown off.
I did go swimming. I got in the deep end. Is that
The
something?
deep end of a lake? Were you in a pool or a lake?
I was in a pool.
Okay.
It really sounds like Buster from Arrested Development when he joins the army, and it's just like day camp.
I went to army.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, my trip wasn't. I was there to relax, and I don't really feel like I accomplished that. It was like a week of going home and just seeing all the people I had to see. So it was a lot of run around. Of like the 7 days I was gone, I maybe relaxed for like 2 of them.
I don't know if I feel like relaxed after going home to visit my family ever.
No.
I used to, but I usually go pretty often, like once every couple of months. I haven't been in 6 months, so everyone that usually sees me was like, I gotta see you. You know?
Aw, people like you.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm
That's
loved. I'm too loved. I want to relax more. But all this love is drowning me.
It genuinely is tough. I get what you're saying, though. Particularly if you want to see people too, like you want to see them. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I want sleep. You mentioned families you don't feel relaxed. I actually might be a little different. I'm a little different. I'm a little different.
Xander's built different.
I actually I'm going to go back to see family next Monday, my actual birthday.
Happy birthday. Also that. We'll talk about how old you are.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll
talk about the elder statesman of the podcast later in the show.
I'm going back specifically because I know I'm going to want to relax and there's no obligations. I just go home. My mom just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. And then I come back and I end up feeling really relaxed.
Yeah. It's not unpleasant for me to go
Right.
home. I don't feel relaxed afterwards, for sure.
I don't sleep nearly as well anywhere else as I do in like my childhood bedroom.
I sleep so well at home.
Yeah.
So well.
I don't at all.
I
I
pass
could
out.
be there for like 2 days, and I'm like, I gotta leave.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. I legitimately just pass out on my.
You just sleep.
I sleep so well.
Oh, the lights turned out.
Whoa, what's going on with
This is
the
an
lights?
audio medium,
Yeah.
but the lights just turned.
Yeah. Okay, audience. If you have your lights on right now, turn them off.
All right,
If you're
guys.
outside,
Close your
eyes.
If you're driving on the interstate, just blink.
Fuck.
A lot of blinking.
Oh. I'm on the drive here. I'm so pissed off.
What happened?
Fucking Mario Plumber. Okay, I don't know who this guy asshole was, but some fucking plumber is on the road, and he is
I'm all for
driving.
Italiophobia, but I don't know if you can call him a Mario.
I don't know if he was Italian. I'm just saying he's a plumber.
Okay.
This fucking plumber.
All right.
I know this because it said plumbing on the fucking side.
Right. What happened? What did he do to you?
So driving down the highway, he had a ton of PVC on top,
Okay.
but they weren't fastened, like
shit.
yeah, like at all, like tied down. But they weren't like super loose, so like they're flying off all at once. They're flying like individually every couple of seconds. So
That's a big problem.
over like
That's not good.
3-4 miles on Mopac, just a bunch of PVC. I actually need to go check the damage on my car. I didn't check before.
You got hit?
You got hit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
like I was right behind it. I got fucking Final Destination. It like I was, oh no, I see the pipe coming. Oh no, and I'm boxed in. I can't move, and then it falls. It rolls, thankfully, underneath my car. Go, but I could tell others are moving,
my
so I back
goodness.
the fuck off and turn, get off to the side, and then a bunch of other cars see the same thing as the guy just.
Yikes. Did he know? Or
Obviously not, because he was just like it was just bopping off. But even like if he looked in his rearview mirror,
Yeah.
he would see a giant gap on Mopac, which is rare. A giant fucking gap on Mopac of people like swerving out of the way of these white pipes.
That could really fuck up your car.
I actually need to go check my car at some point, but
That's for the second half of the podcast.
that's for the second half.
That's pretty wild.
I was really annoyed by that today.
Sounds more like a Luigi plumber to me.
Luigi
Got him.
would never.
Fucking got him.
Luigi's the responsible one.
No way.
are you
Luigi's
talking
the
about?
responsible one.
Absolutely.
He's
not.
the one
He
who-
bought a mansion on credit. This guy's not responsible.
He's
That's the
cleaning it
scariest
up.
part of the
it's
game.
a fixer upper. He's cleaning it up.
Well, he's trying to find money to pay for it.
Yeah, and he's cleaning it up.
Okay.
Imagine buying like it is like Storage Wars. Like I really hope something good's in this storage unit.
Storage Wars, I had this moment of realization a couple of days ago. That show was fake.
What?
Like as a kid, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. I want to do this. I want to go find $150,000 football card in a storage locker in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. But no, it was all planted. It was all fake.
You're sure of
Next,
that?
you're gonna say
Yeah.
Pawn Stars.
I mean, Pawn Stars is very fake. I mean, have you guys thought about like how all reality TV is fake? Is that something that
I've
comes
thought
into
about
your
it.
mind?
But like it's the same reason like I'll still watch wrestling or other TV as long as like I'm aware
Sure.
that it's fake. It also helps that Nathan Fielder show exists to kind of
Oh, Nathan, for you?
it's such like a good
Oh,
takedown of what like how reality TV works to like manipulate these
That's a
people
good point.
into.
Yeah.
I mean that's the whole study of that show for me.
I think there's a difference between like pro wrestling, which is like obviously fake and not even like trying to be real, and then like reality TV, like The Bachelor, for example, where like it's very clearly manipulated,
Right.
even in post, where like that person did not say that. I don't know. That just feels weird to me.
Okay.
I don't enjoy shows like that.
Yeah, I'm
But-
trying to think. Like, other than as an edge case, throw game shows or like cooking shows into reality TV, then maybe I could consume that. But other than that,
Yeah.
like, I don't consume
Those
any.
are probably
reality
real though.
television.
Like game shows are
Exactly,
like
yeah.
the last real piece of TV.
Yeah.
I would say. Or maybe
Even
like
even
of
then,
old, of
now.
like old TV. I mean,
it's hard to fake Jeopardy. Like how do you fake Jeopardy?
They're
psychological profiles, question it like setups. Like,
Yeah,
you're,
but that's like still
yeah.
part of the game though. Like in my mind, that's still
I mean, okay. Your producers have likely this huge algorithm or just like studies of psychological profiles of like, we want this person to win. So
Right.
we're going to, and they are stronger in geopolitics, this like sector. So we're going to have slightly more questions
so
on
the game
them.
is fixed a little bit.
Yeah.
But
As like,
Yeah.
I do think, I love Jeopardy. but I also think it's fake.
That's still
But it's
different
also
than The Bachelor, though.
And it's also gone the other direction relative to these other reality shows where, like, in the 50s, there was a huge scandal
Right.
because, like, all of
Quiz
the
show.
televised... Yeah, exactly.
Great
Like,
movie.
all the televised shows were, like, actually fixed and rigged, and they would just choose winners beforehand.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the law got involved, and it became very clear-cut about, like, making sure it's fair. Like, if you're a contestant on a game show, you have a lawyer there with you, and if like, the host screws up or something goes wrong with the game, and it is even conceivable that you lost because of this thing happening, you have, like, legal recourse.
The shows have lawyers, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why whenever you watch, sometimes you'll see, like, you know, Alex Trebek will be like, and we have a returning champion, Mike, and then also next to him we have Dave, who was on a previous episode. We don't feel like we gave him a fair enough chance, so he's coming back. Sometimes they'll get another chance because of that kind of thing.
That happened a couple weeks ago with the latest Jeopardy.
Do you still watch Jeopardy? Like every day? You watch Jeopardy?
I watch, like, my roommate watches it every day, and I'll catch up. I'll have him fill me in on lore of episodes I missed or, like, who I should be rooting for. Just because, like, I don't want to keep up with it. That's a lot to keep up with, but he does, and so I hang out with him.
And it's fun to watch.
It's like genuinely fun to watch. But like what happened was this one woman gave an answer and it was essentially the right answer, but like slightly off, which is normal for Jeopardy.
Right.
But like Mayim was very quick to like say no, like that's incorrect, and then someone else like answered just like slightly. Then after the credits roll, they never like re-awarded her with points, but Jeopardy made a statement on their Twitter saying like, "Hey, we didn't feel like we did what's her face like well."
That's really cool, honestly. I think that's probably the best way to handle it.
And it's also like the smartest business way to handle it because, you know, the point I made before, like you will get sued a lot. Like they have a huge case to make if something they did made them not win a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the game show Big Money No Whammo?
Press your luck.
Press your
No
luck.
whammies.
Whammies. Wasn't there a guy that like figured out how the thing worked and like gamed it?
Yeah,
Did he get in trouble for that?
He didn't get in trouble, but I think maybe he did get in trouble. I don't know the full details.
Maybe just
on
like
this. I
banned
don't
from the
think so.
show or
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Peter Jennings learned how to game the system and became a consultant.
One of the things that I found interesting when I was looking into getting on a game show is that one of the qualifications of it is like,
oh, you should audition. That'd be so cool.
Oh, I'd love to. And then get on and be like,
That'd be
like,
dope.
what do you do? And I'd be like, I do your job on a smaller
that'd
scale.
Be sick.
I'm coming after you, Pat.
You should totally do that.
Me
There's
next.
that Wayne Brady one seems to like go through people very quickly. That might be a fun one.
Oh, which one is that again?
Let's
make a deal.
Yeah, let's make a deal, something like that. They even do Zoom. Like things, but I'd rather do it in person because you dress up, you do like a whole costume. It's stupid and silly.
But one of the things that they check for as a requirement if you go on one of these game shows is how many other game shows have you been on in like X amount of years? Like in the last 10 years, have you been on up to 3 other game show appearances? And if so, then you are out. Like,
oh, they don't want repeat.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that makes sense. So there's just not like one person that shows up on every game show.
It just wins all of them, and then it looks a little fixed.
It would be really cool though, just to kind of go on like a game show tour, just like bouncing between like Jeopardy, and then you do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That would be awesome if Ken Jennings had gone and won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire after doing Jeopardy.
They should do that. They should have like celebrity all-stars go through and like play all the different games or something.
There was this one April Fool's Day.
That's the corporate media talking my brain.
It's good.
Stop giving them ideas, Colt.
Sorry.
There was one April Fool's, I think in the 90s or early 2000s, where Pat Sajak hosted Jeopardy and Alex Trebek hosted Wheel of Fortune that night.
Ooh, that's my Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I have like a problem watching like The Bachelor though, because I know it's fake. Like, I just can't. 90 Day Fiance, like shows like that are like clearly just edited to make this story. Like it didn't actually happen. Like I just can't get invested.
The way that I've heard you describe TikTok as brain rot is how I've always felt about reality television.
I love TikTok though. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Same thing. You know,
Okay,
I mean, like even if there are good moments in it, like I cannot stop thinking about the fact that I am wasting my time by watching one of these things, especially committing to it over. Like if I'm going to sit down and watch a season of Survivor, I am deciding this is 10 hours of my life I will never get back.
Survivor's fun though. I like Survivor. I don't know. Survivor's real, right? So Survivor, they fake Survivor. How are they faking Survivor in like a? I mean, they definitely fake it some way, but
right. But like we're not seeing, like you said, how it edits down is really how it is, and like the amount
Sure.
of work.
Maybe the
producers-
storylines, but like
Right.
like the events in Survivor, like they're not faking like the physical challenges.
I mean, I'd even go as like
Probably.
my
I
thought
hope
with this
not.
is anything that is attempting like outside of a documentary, which obviously can still be heavily manipulated.
Oh,
Anything
definitely,
that is
yeah.
being presented as reality, this is us capturing it. I can't help but think that it is fake. Like
Right.
even stuff like Bear Grylls, I
Sure.
assume he is living in a comfortable tent
It is.
outside.
You're
of,
correct.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
That
He's
is
pissing,
what it was.
He's
yeah.
pissing and drinking it on camera, and then he's going and getting some mouthwash off behind
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
That was like the biggest thing in the world for a year. Remember that?
Mhm.
Bear Grylls drinks his pee.
Yeah, Chuck Norris.
It was simpler on the internet at the time. On your like point of it being over edited and not enjoying it,
Mhm.
that's actually the part I enjoy is seeing like what did they piece together to make that kind of footage. Like
That's an interesting.
I'm
thought
watching it for the
process
like
going
the
in.
fun trashy aspect of like this is fake.
Yeah.
How did they get this footage? And it's fun kind of editing it down. My favorite thing that
Yeah.
they do is splicing together two sentences, and so the
Frankenbites.
yeah. So they
I do that for this show.
the start nice, and you do a great job. I never noticed. Like they'll have the first half.
Make sure you cut that.
I will.
They have like the first half of the sentence said before the person appears on screen, right? But it'll be just a shot of something else.
Right.
Person saying something, then it'll cut to them, but it's the second half of the sentence cut from something else, and you can clearly tell it because there's like an audio difference.
Yeah.
And that's fun. I'm just like they got 2-3 sentences together
Yeah.
to make this thing.
They do this thing sometimes where they have like the contestants or whatever for the show always dressed in the same wardrobe for their interview, so they can splice every single interview they do together.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, it just feels bad to me. Like if you're watching it like Xander's describing, I think that could maybe be enjoyable. Where you're like, oh, this is trashy. Like it's not real. Like let's just have fun and watch it. But the way they present it is they want it to be real, and that just feels weird to me. Honestly, it just turns me off.
I'm trying really hard, like, to search through my mind because I'm sure there is an example of like a reality show that breaks this rule for me that like I love. I know it's in there somewhere.
I mean, if the cooking shows are fake, like I don't really care because
the food looks good.
I'm there to like watch the people cooking.
I love Chop.
But if it's like
Chop's great.
the
I love
dating
MasterChef.
stuff specifically
Oh,
is the thing
yeah.
that like I don't want to deal with. This.
I don't really watch those. I loved Too Hot to Handle because it was so bad.
I don't even know what that is.
There's like a tier of bad reality where it's so bad it's kind
Love
of fun.
Island?
Yeah, like Love Island. Too Hot to Handle is like these hot people are put on an island and their whole thing is don't fuck.
I feel like that's like 20 shows.
Yeah, well this was on Netflix. It's like you're on an island, don't fuck. And if they fuck or they do anything, they lose money.
I would be very good at that. I would love to be on that show.
Well, like the point is, it's like young 20, hot 20-somethings who are just fucking. They just love
horny.
to fuck.
Get me out there. Get me out there. I'll
and-
pretend to be horny for the casting process and then shut it down once I get on the island.
I'm gonna be honest. I think even if you're 1% body fat, they won't accept you.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
You have to be svelte as fuck here.
You can't be on antidepressants.
Hey,
You could just-
you're right. You're right.
Are you on antidepressants? Sorry, you're
Absolutely
you're
not.
out.
We know your dick doesn't work.
What
Shout out mental health.
That was sorry to the people. Yes, I'm sorry.
To me specifically.
We could cut that. If
Happy
you want.
birthday.
Happy birthday! I can't get it up.
Happy
No,
birthday.
actually, I can. My body's readjusted.
That's
to
great.
The antidepressants.
I know it's a terrible side effect for some people.
Still haven't taken my dick pills. They're just sitting in my laptop bag. Just waiting for someone to open it up and see that I carry this around.
That you carry them with you.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
You
You
gotta
never
be
know
prepared
when
for the
you
moment.
need to be hard in 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Here's my thought process on it. There could be a situation where, in order to save the world, my dick needs to be hard in 45 minutes. And I want to be prepared for that.
Okay, what is that situation?
And we cut to that now.
All right.
Where's Jacob? We need somebody who's
It's
got
me, the President of the United States, my advisor. What's happening? What's going on?
Russia is sending.
Russia is sending what?
They're sending. Oh God! I'm just too scary.
Spit it out.
I can't.
Say it, son.
They planted a nuclear bomb in the middle of Kansas that'll blow up the entire United States. They need
Oh,
an
no.
exactly 3-inch hard erect penis.
Where are we going to find one of of those.
Our penises are too big.
Mine is way too big for that.
It needs to be soft when it enters and then immediately hard within 45 minutes.
How much time do we have? 45 minutes, you said. 45.
We have 46 minutes. We need a minute for somebody to get their soft 1-inch penis inside of the...
Excuse me? Did somebody order a pizza? That's my job right now.
Who's knocking on the door of the Oval Office with the pizza?
It's me, Jakeb White. I'm here with my 3-inch penis delivering this pizza.
Well, he's got a 1-inch soft penis that goes 3 inches if it's hard, and this is exactly what we need.
Oh, well, no, I'm a shower, not a grower, so it's a 3-inch flaccid 3-inch. It just goes up kind of thing.
Son, would you like to serve your country?
I used to be in the Navy.
It's not a question. It's not a question.
He's a disgraced Navy officer.
Start the jets. We're flying him to Kansas. He's going to put a dick in this bomb.
And we cut to Kansas.
There's 30 seconds left. There's beep.
God, I knew I should have had water. It took so long to take it. Just think 60 thoughts. Ding. Oh.
Mr. Putin.
The bomb has been deactivated. Mr. Putin, take down this bomb.
And scene. So if that happens, and I don't have the dick pill, could you imagine?
Yeah,
Kansas would be gone.
What if you didn't have it in your bag with you
when you're delivering pizzas to the president?
That's a good scenario. I like that.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Good.
Did you have a final point, Xander? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just wanting to explain Too Hot to Handle. So Too Hot to Handle. The idea of I gave you the premise. Right. What is great is you could tell like about halfway through the producers, I feel realize that there is no story going on.
Right, because they literally just put the boringest hot people on an island and said don't have sex.
So they brought in 2 additional hot people. To try to make up for it, to try to make things interesting, and they're still struggling to like make it like that was the best part of it. It was never interesting at any point.
The behind the scenes of that should be called Too Cold to Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah.
What are they even filming? Because you can't film people having sex.
Well, they have cameras in like the rooms.
Okay, so you can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They signed away their rights. They're on an island in the middle of the Caribbean. They have no rights.
That's fucking insane. It's just like voyeuristic watching like random people have sex on a network TV show. Just on blurred.
Netflix for children to see.
That's crazy.
What's the show called again?
Too Hot to Handle.
Cool.
Naked and Afraid.
Nothing good happens, man.
I know a guy who was on Naked and Afraid.
Really?
Yeah. He's this dude from East Texas. He was a family friend's friend who hung out sometimes, and he's this like...
You hung out sometimes? Wow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So his name was Jay. He was on an episode of... Or no, not an episode. I guess a season of Naked and Afraid.
How does that show work? Is it like they follow one person for a season or no?
I think it's like teams and you're put into couples. Isn't that right?
Oh, it's one of those like last to survive the wilderness shows or something
like that. Yeah.
What's the craziest like a game show you'd go on for $1 million potential prize?
Literally any of them.
Yeah. Dude.
Ball Smashers.
Ball Smashers.
I'm in.
Describe that show.
Okay, yeah, it's very simple. They take your balls, and for $1 million, they what they do is you select the amount of money in dollar bills that they're going to drop on your balls, and if they drop it and you don't scream, you get to keep all the money that was dropped on your balls.
That's a great show idea.
I mean, if the Jackass guys can do it, I can do it.
Did you watch the new Jackass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I haven't seen it.
I loved it except for that pogo stick.
I like the old
thing.
stuff.
Oh, that pogo stick one was rough.
Yeah,
that was when I like. Have you watched 4.5 yet?
No.
It's on Netflix. It's great. So, are you familiar with the 0.5s of Jackass?
I mean, I think I've seen everything but the new one. I'm pretty sure.
The 0.5s are the like special features / extended scenes / additional footage where they talk about making the movie that they just did, but they add additional footage of it. So you get like essentially every Jackass, you get twice the amount of content. So you end up with like 4 hours of stunts as opposed to just 2. And they show a couple additional ones for Aaron getting his balls completely destroyed because there's a segment of 4. Have you seen 4?
I think I'm pretty sure I have.
The latest one?
Oh, is 4 the latest one? And then,
forever.
4, they have a like
I've seen 3D.
a 10 to 15 minute section.
Spoiler alerts for Jackass 4.
Spoiler alerts for Jackass 4. There's a like 10-minute section of Aaron, I forget what his last name is, getting his balls destroyed by various athletes.
What when you say balls destroyed,
like
what
punched
do you mean?
or kicked?
Yeah, he has like a cup, but like they're getting like softballs thrown at him.
I saw the one where like a punter kicked him.
The punter. Well, I mean that's an old one, I think.
Maybe that is an old one.
Because like that's been a recurring joke with the Jackass is this guy getting his balls busted, and then they just have this like 10-minute section that like it escalates, and by the end you're just reeling. Internally.
I don't know. I don't think I'd enjoy.
Yeah, I know that it's what ruined the rest of the movie for me because I was loving it, and then I saw this scene, and then like for the rest of it, my stomach was just like twisting. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
I don't like watching people get hurt. Like even in like sports, like if someone like hurts themselves, I leave the room until the replay's done.
Yeah, I like a slapstick kind of injury. I like someone just getting hit in the face with a pie or something or tripping. But
like
if
slam.
there's a permanent injury or if there's any sort of like damage, then I'm immediately turned off.
My dad is a physical therapist, and as a kid, sometimes he'd be like watching like training videos at home, and I would like walk in and just see like the most horrific sports injuries. Like there's this one that stands out to me where there's this guy on a bull, and his like, do you know how bull riding works at all? You guys are from Texas, you probably know this.
I know.
We grew up on a boat.
My dad was a bull rider sometimes. So if you like wrap your hand around this rope, right, and it's super tight to keep you on the bull, but he got thrown off the bull and his arm stayed in and like fully destroyed his shoulder like 3 times, like inside out. It was so horrific. And it's just in my brain still. And then more recently, I used to work doing like live streaming stuff for this like medical like research company.
Oh, cool.
And we like would show like surgery footage in some of these like live events, and it was horrific.
That's awesome.
Like body parts on their own getting like electrically stimmed, like an arm, just a solo arm like flexing.
That sounds fucking awesome.
It was so horrific. It was so fucking terrible. The worst part was like there was one that was like a children's like surgery seminar, and it was I don't even.
Did you throw up at all?
I didn't throw up. I mean,
he's not a fucking bitch.
I'm a professional. I mean, it was terrible though. Like I blacked out that memory for sure.
Was that pretty good on the pay scale relative to the other work?
It paid pretty well. I mean, I think the company like exploded a couple of months after that. But,
would you do it again?
I mean, sure. At this point, like I don't like seeing stuff like that, but I'm not like. I'm desensitized. Like just being on the internet, seeing gore shit on the internet, rotten.com, and all the terrible videos that exist on the internet. Like, what else is there? It's terrible. I don't like it. I'm not seeking it out, but I'm not going to like freak out about it.
Sure.
Because it'll sneak up on you. You got to be prepared.
Yeah. Look, I'm not playing Reddit 50/50, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Reddit 50/50 was not fun. I never enjoyed that.
No, you get some fucked up shit.
That was not good.
Great premise. It's funny.
If you can, I feel like if you can go in and
sure.
Like, do the settings of like, no, none of that. None of this. Surely you could, right?
I mean, probably not on Reddit. It was just like a subreddit.
Well, I mean, all you can do is like turn off not safe for work. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you can block it from a feed, like the subreddit itself.
I'm not sure. I haven't been on Reddit in a while. Well, Xander, you're turning the big 3-0. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
Is there
I've been
anything,
doing a lot of reflecting.
Is there anything you want to do before you turn 30?
Oh man. Well, there's a lot. I would love to lose the V card.
Okay.
Any day now.
All right.
I'm really hoping for the best.
Thoughts and prayers.
I'd like to be erect for once.
Yeah, you're gonna need to do that first for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so these are 2 things you want to do before you have one day. You have
one day.
12 hours.
I have to be able to get hard. I do have a list for you youngins.
Okay.
I want to impart some wisdom to you, the young people.
Oh boy.
I hope you can hear my eyes rolling, audience.
And the young people at home with their eyes closed or their lights turned off.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely keep your eyes closed if you haven't.
We didn't say to open your eyes.
No,
and we still haven't intentionally. Keep them closed because it's still dark in here.
All right. 30 things to do before 30. I worked on this list all year.
I'm looking forward to this. This will be fun.
Okay.
Was 30? You worked on it all year instead of doing the things on the list.
Well, no, I've done all of these things.
This is your advice for us young lower 20-year-olds.
Exactly. I'm not saying these are 30 things that I wish I had done. These are just 30 tips for you.
from a mentor.
From a mentor, exactly. Thank you. A Xantor, if you will.
A Xantor.
I love making Jake cringe. Okay. 30 things to do before 30.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. And this isn't in any specific order.
Okay.
Number 1, kiss a lady.
Check.
No matter who you are.
Yeah, at some point, kiss a lady.
All right.
It's fun.
Very
if you've
good.
never kissed a lady before, do it.
I'm not arguing.
Consensually. Number 2, play some video games. Because the moment you turn 30, they stop becoming cool.
Wow. Okay.
I guess that's a good point. Play as much as you can because
I'm going to keep playing video games after 30.
Yeah,
you say that. Yeah, you say that now.
I do say that.
But I'm turning 30, and let me tell you, you start to get some perspective on things.
Xander, we're going to play video games.
All right. Number 3, give up on a dream.
Okay.
Have y'all given up on any dreams yet?
I mean, like childhood dreams for sure.
Okay, you're on a roll. You're doing well. How about you, Jakeb? Have you given up on any dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
we are crushing this
y'all
list.
doing great.
We are doing so good.
All right. Don't have kids. So you have a few years to fuck that up.
All right. No, we'll figure. I mean, the vasectomy is going to help.
Yeah.
Vasectomy cast.
Oh, my phone ran out of power. Oh, no.
Is the next one charge your phone?
That's truly too bad.
All right. Charge my phone. Here we go. I
actually wanted to see this list.
There's a few other items on the list that I can I won't remember the 30, but we'll keep going.
You actually had 30?
I actually legitimately had 30.
Oh, come on. We can get a plug for this.
Yeah, do you have a charger?
Not with me. Do you know where?
I got a wireless one in there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that.
All right, we'll come back.
Yeah, there's 33 minutes. We're
not that far into the show. We could come back to Xander's 30 things.
I'm going to go plug this in.
Okay.
Here, yeah, gave it to me. I'll do it.
How is your phone already dead? It's like 1 p.m.
I didn't charge it last night.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Do you guys not charge your phone every night?
I try, and then I just forget.
I see.
Because I also purposely try not to look at my phone a couple hours before sleep. So I'll just put it somewhere. I should just put it in
I'm terrible
a charger.
about that.
I'm trying to get better at it. I'm practicing it.
I should, but I don't care that much.
All right, we'll come back to that.
Yeah. What else is new? What else is going on?
Let's see. I also had stats for Cut and Shoot Texas.
Oh, you had
on my
stats
phone.
for Cut and Shoot Texas.
Ready to go? I can tell you this. I can tell you the story of why it's called Cut and Shoot. I did some research.
Okay.
And I also looked at the population demographics.
Okay.
Because I found it a little interesting.
Okay.
Right?
Are you going to spill the beans?
I am going to spill the beans. Thank you for asking and using that little can opener of a question of yours.
Of course.
This is a can of beans.
Can of beans.
Yeah. See? Okay. All right. So Cut and Shoot Texas.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Cut and Shoot, Jakeb? We were talking about it last week. You weren't here.
We discussed Cut and Shoot Texas.
I definitely listened to the episode.
All right. So we talked about Cut and Shoot Texas last week. Cut and Shoot Texas is a town just east of Montgomery County, which is where I spent most of my high school.
Oh, yeah. I remember this part. Yeah.
Yeah. It's between Dallas and Houston. Honestly, it's between Houston and Huntsville is a little bit closer way to say it. It's a small, tiny town, a couple hundred people. It was named Cut and Shoot because a long time ago in the 1800s, for some reason, they have a story about this church in the middle of town.
Okay.
And they're trying to figure out, they have 3 conflicting stories of what happened. All of them on Wikipedia.
A most reliable source.
Yeah. So essentially it is 3 conflicting stories about what they were going to name the church that got everyone really angry. Everybody in the town was really angry about it. So there's conflicting stories. It was either had to do with either naming the church or had to do with allowing people to go to the church. I wonder what it was. And it was a bunch of stuff. So what happened was they're about to get into this fight. And this young little kid was like, "I'll get a cut around the corner and shoot him." And
shoot who?
I don't know.
Who's there?
I don't know. And everyone, all the racists in that small little town, allegedly, all the racists in the small little town were like, "That's cute. We're going to name our town Cut over there and Shoot. How about just Cut and Shoot?"
Oh, my God.
We're fucking stupid.
So I was right last week.
No, you're 100% right. The story is just some kid was like, I would cut around and shoot. I would cut around and shoot.
That's so fucked. Jesus.
So the demographics, 5% white.
Oh,
cool.
What?
And there's one single Pacific Islander that lives in Cut and Shoot, Texas.
There's one?
Yeah, one Pacific Islander.
Good for them, I guess. I hope it's good. I hope they're doing well.
Which I thought was very funny on to go to to essentially find yourself as a stat on Wikipedia would be very funny to me. Like you are, I'm the one Pacific Islander in Cut and Shoot, Texas, and I'm on Wikipedia as the number one.
Do you think you'll ever get famous? This is for both of you. Famous enough where you have your own Wikipedia page?
I mean, I'm planning on making a Wikipedia page for us.
For yourself?
Our mouse
for the show.
Mouse
for
out
the
of
show.
Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, the fan wiki.
I hope so.
You hope so?
That would be.
That'd be cool.
That's not the goal. It's along the way to the goal.
I think it's just funny. It'd be funny to have people just change it all the time and have to address the conflicts of my life against my Wikipedia page.
Alleged elephant lover, Colt Joyce. Hentai addict, Colt Joyce.
A real pervert.
I am. If you have a Wikipedia page, I'm going to constantly edit and have a section dedicated to your hentai addiction.
Controversies. I'm gonna have a controversies tab on my Wikipedia page.
Loves hentai too much.
Yeah,
You can't stop.
Do you guys see that Squid Game is they're gonna make a real one? for Netflix.
Cool.
What?
It's what's that?
Are they gonna kill people?
No,
That's the day I'm waiting for, because that is when television becomes the new golden age.
when they kill people on TV live.
Yes.
When Running Man becomes real.
It comes full circle, and we go back to the Roman times, and that's what we're going for entertainment.
Yeah.
It could happen.
You know, you get like the prize is $1 billion, but it's like a real like battle royale, 100 people in the place. I would watch the shit out of that.
I wouldn't.
I would watch.
wouldn't.
I would rewatch that every day until they did it again.
I wouldn't watch that personally. I have much darker tastes.
Okay.
It's not about surviving, it's about kill count. That's how you win.
You mentioned a point, ancient Roman times. I think it's a common misconception that gladiators often killed each other. They were more akin to the WWE. They had a lot of scripted bullshit.
Well, what about the lions?
They also killed each other though.
They killed slaves, right?
They mainly killed
They were
slaves.
They were mostly slaves.
Yeah. So
So it would take so much to train these gladiators to like.
Oh, they didn't kill the good ones. The good
Yeah.
ones definitely got to do shows, but the other ones definitely killed each other.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there were like parts where it's like two crazy gladiators, and then like one of them saves the other one, so that way you still have your greatest warriors. But
Right.
like 50, like 50, like 5 slaves versus a tiger.
That's different.
Listen, I've
I
seen
would
Russell
say-
Crowe's Gladiator, and they use real swords in that movie. So
Just saying, they were closer to the sporting
believe you.
events of today.
I think that's probably
Because
probably true.
The gladiators that can actually put on a show aren't worth killing. I love y'all ever see the show Spartacus?
No.
I liked that part in the movie Gladiator when all the dudes were like, "I am Gladiator."
I like that part too.
It's a good part. Great part.
No, I've never seen Spartacus.
It's not the movie, the TV show.
I haven't seen any of it.
No.
A movie's great, of course. Not one of Kubrick's best, but just as a fun.
Is that the
little-
one
that's
that's got like?
yes, Kubrick did Spartacus, but Kirk Douglas directed most of it.
I'm thinking of Troy. I like Troy.
Troy's great.
Yeah, Troy's
I
fun.
rewatched Troy recently too.
There's a lot of famous people in Troy.
Never seen Troy, but my high school band did the soundtrack for Troy as one of our marching shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. That is James Horner. And,
That's appropriate.
Are you familiar with James Horner? He's done a lot of composing work, and every single piece of work he's done, he has a single horn that goes.
It's like his producer's tag.
Every single fucking movie he's ever done, you'll hear in the background of some composition.
That's interesting.
And I'll immediately was like, oh, this is fucking James Horner, isn't it?
I mean, it's definitely a producer tag. You're completely right.
Yeah,
It's so silly.
At the beginning of every movie,
Beats in the trunk.
Pharrell has that dot.
Yeah.
I challenge anyone at home to go
Listen to this show ever.
Oof.
Have you ever watched HBO's Rome?
Yeah, that show rules.
The precursor to Game of Thrones.
The show rules.
That show slaps. It's so good.
I like the actors from that show who never appeared on Game of Thrones but still talk shit about Game of Thrones were like, they fucking canceled us for a show.
Wait, was there some overlap? Some people from Rome went to...
Yeah, so some actors did, but like the budget they were using for Rome, they moved to Game of Thrones.
The second it should have been like 4 or 5 seasons, and they just lumped everything into the second season.
Like, imagine like a season an episode. The last like 5 episodes of Rome are like almost a season an episode.
They just like skip full wars. Like they skip battles entirely.
Is it all of Rome?
No, it's just it's the transition of power to Julius Caesar, then to Augustus.
Yeah, they stabbed the man in the first season,
which is like it's great build up. Played by Ciarán Hinds, I believe, who ends up being an actor and completely wasted.
The money.
Fucking, I get so pissed off when he gets. So he is given the role of Mance Rayder in Game of Thrones. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I've seen one episode. I saw the second to last episode of the series.
He's the leader of the
one where the city burns down. I watched that one.
It's a good one. Actually, listen,
everyone hated it.
I have some thoughts on Game of Thrones. We're not going to turn this into a Xander rants about Game of Thrones podcast.
That's what hanging out with Xander is supposed to be.
That's right. That's off mic.
Off mic, I literally only talk about this. So Ciarán Hinds is given the role of Mance Rayder, and which I don't think was a great casting. Personally, I think Mance Rayder is supposed to be a little more roguish than they had him play.
Have you read the books? I haven't read the books.
I have.
Okay.
I haven't either.
I'm a big book reader, which I get like people are like, oh, you like the books this way, you don't like it. I was like, I just don't think Game of Thrones is good for the medium that it is. It's TV medium, and I think the last 4 seasons kind of fucking suck.
Damn.
I'm not just saying.
Maybe it's because the books aren't done. Maybe it's because they're not.
Well, that's when they went bad.
Off completed lore.
It is that, but like at the same time, like he would. It's not like George R. R. Martin didn't provide them notes. Like he was actively providing them notes up until like I think like season 5.
I mean, the seasons just they caught up.
The first 4, he was like actively part of the show,
right?
And that's when they caught up with the books was at the end of season 4,
right? But like he has said multiple times around season 5, they started boxing him out.
Oh, really?
Like subtly boxing him out of the writing process in regards to the episodes because he would give them notes and they wouldn't take them anymore.
I can kind of also see it from like HBO's perspective where like if the books aren't done, you kind of like they probably should have just canceled the show or stopped until books were done. But
I mean, there's no way you hold on to the actors.
Yeah.
I get finishing it. He knows the end game. You can map to that end game.
If he already knows the story, but if he's, I mean, how close is it to done? Like, is he
the books are never going to finish. I know that.
Yeah,
but
he's
he
gonna
knows
die.
He's going to die before.
Sure. The books are never going to get finished. Move on to a different fantasy series, my friends. Don't read Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Go read Malazan Book of the Fallen. That's a far superior series, anyways.
Read
The Hobbit.
No.
Go read the fucking Hobbit.
Read Redwall.
Read Redwall. That's honestly, there's better political intrigue in Redwall.
I loved Redwall.
Redwall rules.
Redwall's so cool. Did you ever read Redwall?
Is that the little creatures?
Yeah.
No.
The badgers with swords.
I don't know
So
this,
cool.
but I do have a friend who runs a homebrew D&D world that is based on this.
Oh, that would be so. I would play that.
Definitely play in that. That sounds super fun.
Man, we're a bunch of nerds. I love it.
What do you want us to do?
You guys been watching sports?
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's not really anything
Comedy
happening right
sports.
now. I'm into UFC. I watch UFC. Comedy sports.
Oh
sucks.
yeah.
Comedy sports can suck my dick.
I saw pictures of like someone going there to like a comedy sports event. And I was like, man, I should do more improv. And I see pictures. I'm like, I don't want to do more improv.
You got their Foot Locker judge up there.
So weird. Like,
Fuck that shit.
That's called a referee.
Oh right. Sorry.
What'd you call it? Foot Locker judge?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not
UFC.
nerds.
I like UFC.
Yeah. UFC is pretty cool. Did you watch any of that fight on the 4th?
Which fight?
There was a. Oh, it wasn't the 4th.
No,
No,
it
not on
wasn't.
the 4th. Sorry, the weekend before the 4th, the Saturday before.
I'm a big Israel Adesanya fan. I think he's cool.
I could not tell you a single name of a UFC fighter. But
Israel Adesanya is like I think he's like one of the main guys over there now. Style bender. I don't know.
Oh
cool.
yeah.
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 He punches people in the face, knocks them out. It's cool.
I love
like
that. You're getting, you're hooking. I like this guy.
I did see a terrible injury.
With the
last
arm?
week too. Yeah, it was like an arm bar.
Yeah.
Judo.
I was
thing.
watching that. That was the only one I saw live.
Just broke her arm. It was fucked.
Oh God.
Xander's looking for his phone so we can continue the 30-30 list.
It's by the keyboard.
Xander, are you sad that you're never going to be on Forbes 30 under 30?
Damn.
Are you going to be jealous if Jake and I get on 30 under 30?
Win.
Yeah.
Win together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joint slot.
That would be really cute.
That'd be cool. Can we... What if they make an exception so you can be part of the 30 under 30?
Yeah, we average under 30.
Yeah.
Podcast 30 under 30.
Don't they have like a 50 under 50? You should shoot for that list now.
100 under 100.
Betty White. Well, she's dead. Never mind.
R.I.P. Betty White.
Dude, that was too soon.
100 under 6 feet under. Okay. Hey, I have 30 things to do under 30.
Okay. How far are we?
I was just going to start
I've
from
done
the top.
all of them so far. Okay, yeah.
I was going to start from the top.
Just you and I keep track of how many we haven't done.
Yeah.
We'll compare at the end.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. All right. 30 things to do before you turn 30.
Okay.
First, kiss a lady.
Yeah.
Check.
All right. You've done that?
Uh-huh.
That's cool. Me too. Play video games.
Check.
I've done it.
You've done that?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen either of you do that before. So
You've seen me do it
You've
before.
literally seen me do it.
You've definitely seen us do
I
it.
don't know about that.
There are hours and hours of me playing video games online.
I mean, just because
I think I
you've-
played Resident Evil at your house.
just because you've deep faked yourself playing a video game in my home doesn't mean you've played a video game.
We're gonna
Okay,
play
next.
Worms later.
All
Next
right.
on the list.
Sure, whatever. Okay, so number 3, Mr. Jake, I'm just so thrown off. Give up on a dream.
Yeah.
Check.
I think this is where we left off.
Right.
I give it up on a lot of romantic dreams.
Aw, me too.
R.I.P. a legend.
Me too. Okay, don't have kids.
Check.
I've done it.
You've done not
Sorry,
having kids.
I've not had kids.
Okay. All right.
Four for four, pretty good.
Yeah, y'all killing it. Wow. Practice an instrument only once a year.
I probably I've done that. Not every year. I've only practiced it once a year, but I've had instruments that I have only practiced once a year.
Okay, because I've practiced piano 30 times ever since I was a baby, and I've only done it once a year.
I
I
understand.
used to play
Yeah.
drums. I guess I could still play drums. So
For me,
sure.
it's like
Also, yes.
since high school, and even then in high school, I rarely practiced saxophone, probably, or middle school. Yeah, saxophone. Like I still have one, and I'll pick it up about once a year when I go home and see it again.
Cool, you're doing it.
Yeah,
You're on
great.
it.
I wish I had a drum kit. That'd be fun. They're just so big and loud.
Mhm. Same. Okay, rob an old lady.
Define rob.
Yeah, rob her.
Okay.
Rob an old lady. An old lady on the street. She has some things. Take those things away from her.
I've
Right,
definitely stolen from old people before, but
definitely same, but I've never like mugged somebody. I've just like taken it sneakily where they maybe haven't noticed.
Yeah.
I've thefted
Yeah.
an old person.
Absolutely. So,
I'm
so
talking.
Does that count?
I'm talking. You have a mask. You go up to an old lady. You say, "Give me all your shit."
Have you done this?
You did this before you were 30.
I'm telling you, things you got to do.
We got
before
time.
30.
We got time.
Yeah, you have time. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Get on it.
All
This,
right.
this sneaks
I'll
up
put it
on you.
Put it on my list.
All right, make a trap beat.
Okay, I think I kind of did that for the
Yeah, you've
intro
done that,
music.
so that's one. I've done one. Jacob, have you done one yet?
Not trap.
All right. So hey, you got a couple of years.
So that's one for me, or
Yeah.
two for me, including Rob.
all right.
yeah.
All right. Clean your room.
Check.
Yeah, I've done, yeah. Sure.
It's not clean right now, but it has
Yeah,
been.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
All right. I would love to see proof of you having a clean room. At
You
any
saw my
point.
room sometime, like a couple.
Oh, yours
days
is
ago.
clean, Colt.
Yeah.
You're on it. I've seen you, Jacob. I've yet to ever seen you in a room that's clean. Make $1 million. You
Okay.
got to do that before you're 30.
That's four that I
like
have not done.
total, or I have $1 million.
You, I would say total, cumulatively, have made $1 million.
Oh,
Okay.
million. Oh, yeah, still no.
Not
But-
close either way.
Well, you have time. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have, and I've lost it.
I don't.
I know
I
that's
don't-
not true.
I don't
but
believe
I
you.
want,
I
I want it to
have.
be, and I want you
What do
to
you
have
mean
the
make?
story.
Because like if you count the money my parents spent on me, then I'm maybe almost 10%.
No, that doesn't count.
Okay.
Sorry. You have to individually, from a baby onward, have made $1 million. at this
Xander
point.
invested in Bitcoin in 2016.
Yep.
That's why he's unemployed all the time.
That's why he's
Because he
unemployed.
doesn't care if he
I
works or
don't
not.
care. Okay.
Next.
Next. Cancel plans.
Check.
Yeah, I've done that. for
Cool.
sure.
Y'all are on it.
Thank you.
I'm only missing 4 so far.
I think it's just
Yeah.
two or three for me.
I think it's 3 for you.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
Got to keep up with this.
Yeah.
You want me to
otherwise-
count yours too?
Yes, please.
Okay, no problem.
Write a fan fiction mashup of Harry Potter and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, that's 5.
I haven't done that.
Surely you got to give us some slack if we've written a fan fiction of anything.
Okay,
Right.
I'll count a fan fiction.
A still no for me. Oh no, take that back. I have.
What is the definition of a fan fiction in your mind? Are you saying like shipping stuff, like oh, Sonic and Link are kissing now?
Here,
is that
I'll
what
give
you're
you,
saying?
I'll
or
give you
what are
my
saying?
example and see if it counts. Me and this girl in high school both liked the Avatar, the Airbender series. So we wrote a series of letters back and forth to each other in universe.
That's kind of dope, actually. That's
yeah,
that's actually not that cringy.
Yeah, it was like romantic.
Kind of fine.
Yeah,
right.
but it was fan fiction. Like we, it's like as if we were characters in the universe.
Yeah.
I feel like that counts.
Is it fiction?
Well,
Yeah.
From a fan in regards to a specific
if we're
fandom?
keeping it that
Gotcha,
vague,
then yeah.
I've done
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Harry Potter needs to centrally massage Yu-Gi-Oh's back and comfort Yu-Gi-Oh at the loss of his grandpa.
Yugi, his name's Yugi.
Gently,
don't disrespect him.
Or gently caress his neck as he quivers from.
He's trying to save his grandfather who got captured by Pegasus.
He's trying to help him, and maybe they're on that ship going to Pegasus's island, and maybe they touch each other's hands briefly,
right?
At the buffet,
and all the pieces of Exodia fall in the water,
and but it's kind of like beautiful.
I actually love that show.
I know. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to a real one, by the way.
The first season of Yu-Gi-Oh is so good.
I wouldn't say that it's good.
It's so... I don't know why I enjoyed it so much, but that's like the only thing I've watched on Netflix in the last year is the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Just over and over. You're the only Netflix.
So fun.
Netflix has one guy on a monitor. It's like, what's this one?
Hey, this is you. You're the statistic for this one.
I'm the statistic. It's not a good show, obviously. No. Like, the games never make sense, but it's fun. It's fun to watch.
I love card games right now. I'm a big video game card game hole because of the Steam Deck. It's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
I have this really powerful handheld device and I'm playing fucking card games on it.
Playing Hearthstone on your Steam Deck.
Pretty much. Okay, moving on. Don't get pregnant. This one's for the pregnant people out there.
Okay.
Or the people who can get pregnant.
Check. There's a tangent we can go on with this. There was a girl in my high school who got pregnant our senior year, and it actively made me upset because I already had the line written in my valedictorian speech. We beat teenage pregnancy.
Bro, I had multiple pregnant people in 8th grade.
We beat high school pregnancy, I guess.
Oh, yeah. People were fucking in my high school. There was probably 15 pregnancies.
People were fucking in my high school, just small, and they were protective.
If people were fucking in my high school, I wasn't one of them. Okay.
What's next?
Drink whiskey every single day until you're blackout.
I mean, the first couple months of COVID were similar experience for me.
I've done drink whiskey every day, and I've done drink whiskey to blackout, but I've never done drink whiskey every day to blackout.
I've never blacked out drinking alcohol.
I've blacked out once drinking alcohol.
I don't have the
maybe
desire
twice.
To.
I hate that idea.
Seems bad.
Just drink water. You'll be fine. Just drink water with your drinks.
Yeah, well,
do I get to count that one or no, Xander?
Oh yeah, so we count.
Do you drink whiskey every day
until you black out?
Until you black out?
Are you saying do I do it now or have I?
Do you do it now? And are you going to do it when you turn 30?
Well, what do you mean by every day? Because if I started today and did it until I was 30, then that counts.
I would die.
Yes, that would count.
Okay,
fine. Give me another number.
Okay,
I didn't do that.
We're at 5 and 4.
All right. Okay, next one. Grow up.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Give me a number.
All right,
that's cool.
Grow up.
I'm counting myself as grow up.
Okay.
Having grown up.
Right.
Oh, you would, just so we're even again.
That's
on the
exactly
numbers.
why.
Piece of shit.
That's 100% exactly why.
Okay, move on.
All right.
Because I'm a grown up.
Okay.
Next one. Join a political socialist organization, then leave because there's just too much politics in the socialist organization.
I did this, but the opposite. I did this for a libertarian. I did this for Objectivism Society at UT. So it wasn't so. It was anti-socialist, but I left because it was too political. So does that count? Am I still missing one? It has to be socialist.
Does following and then unfollowing and then following and then unfollowing Austin DSA count?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
That is the exact scenario I'm looking for. You still got time, Jakeb.
Okay, so I haven't done that yet.
I'm currently following Austin DSA. We'll see what happens.
Come to the realization that Star Trek is, in fact, far superior to Star Wars.
Check.
Oh,
so that's a check for me for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't really care about either of them. I think Star Wars is bad, but I don't really know anything about Star Trek. So yes, I'll say yes.
Great.
Okay.
He's done it. So 6 and 5 right now.
All right.
There are more bad Star Wars movies than good Star Wars movies.
I think that's true of Star Trek too, isn't it?
There's far more good Star Trek than there is bad Star Trek. For now.
Well, of shows, but
the
movies.
The new shows suck.
Movies, if I was to go one for one, Star Trek movies generally are better. Particularly like the old movies. Like they actually last and have some because they're good. They have good characters.
I actually don't hate the Chris Pine ones, honestly.
I like the first one and the third one. Into Darkness sucks.
The third one.
Beyond, Star Trek Beyond rules.
I disagree.
I think it's great.
Okay.
All right, next on the list.
Okay, masturbate.
Check.
No.
You've never done it? That's a shame,
Oh,
Cole.
man.
You're missing out.
You got time. I can show you how.
I got 6 years to figure it out.
I can show you how.
Okay. Yeah. Send me some videos.
As your mentor,
Thank you.
I will show you how to masturbate.
This is a good bit. I'm still not counting it for you. I'm totally confident.
Okay.
I've looked into Colt's eyes before. That's a man who's jerked off.
Whatever.
Always like right before you look him in the eyes too. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Doubt yourself.
Check.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Bully someone.
Yeah, check. I did it when I was a kid.
I don't know. I don't think I was ever
Colt,
a bully.
I've seen pictures of you in high school and middle school. You 100% bullied at least one person, even if you didn't realize it.
What do you mean? What photos have you seen of me? What are you talking about?
Knowingly? It doesn't have to be knowingly bullying, actively bullying.
Something, that brings up a good conversation topic. I feel like a decent amount of bullying, not necessarily bullies, but a lot of bullying has happened unintentionally.
I mean, maybe. I didn't even go to public school till 4th grade.
Yeah, you bullied for sure.
You never bullied your younger siblings?
I don't think it's called bullying when it's your siblings.
He's bullied someone.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
We bully Jake every week.
You guys bullied me while I was gone, knowing I would listen to that podcast. Oh, Katie, we should stay with you. Jake's late to literally every single podcast.
I only speak. I only say the truth on the show.
And
Katie's your bully.
Yeah, Katie said it, and then you agreed.
Katie,
That's even worse. You didn't stand up for me when someone else doubted my honor.
Oh, fuck,
Hey,
he's right.
you're
I just
right.
wanted to fit in with Katie.
Yeah, we bowed to the peer pressure of
Oh,
Katie
man.
saying Jake was not supposed to be on the show anymore.
And Katie immediately went and found Jakeb in East Texas and wedgied him.
That's crazy.
Fucking Katie's so cool.
Yeah, she
All right, next. Steal and destroy the Constitution along with Mitch McConnell. I still haven't done that one personally, but I think
Along with Mitch McConnell.
Yeah,
Like, does that mean destroy him as well? Or
Yeah.
he's coming along on the adventure to help you destroy it?
me and Mitch travel the world, try to destroy the Constitution.
a buddy cop with Mitch McConnell.
Mitch, Xander and the Turtle.
Zan and Mitch. That'd be fun.
I had a good Mitch McConnell impression for a while. I've lost it. Next, eat hot chip.
Hot chip?
Is the next one lie?
Be bisexual.
Be
is the next.
bisexual.
And the last one is
Twerk.
lie.
Charge they phone.
Okay.
So those three, I guess we could count them together, but eat hot
I've
chip,
done
be
those.
bisexual,
I've done
and lie.
that. Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
I've done eaten hot chip and I've lied. I've never been bisexual.
I've been around you. You've been a little bisexual, Jake. I'm counting.
I don't know.
I'm counting you as part of the culture. We need more bisexual representation, and you're
All
it.
Gen Z knows how to do is eat hot chip,
Be bisexual.
lie, be bisexual, charge they phone, and twerk.
I can't twerk. I
Oh.
can charge my phone.
I don't
That's
have
a
that on
recent
the
one.
list, though. I don't have twerk on the list. I think twerking is something I'm going to work on between my 30s and
You
40s.
could
Look,
pull it off.
I'm gonna go ahead and
You
give
could do
myself the bisexual thing as a one I haven't done yet because this is a pass you're giving me. But if I go out in the public,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, I'm bi too, technically.
Well,
I
I think you don't have to
it'll
sleep with
fly.
a man to be bi, but
Yeah. Here's my thing. As the local Austin Bicon, I'm giving you a card.
I feel like I emanate straightness.
the A-frame shirt
Oh,
definitely is a straight move.
Here at Game On, we started using the walkie-talkies before the big room games in here.
Mm-hmm.
I have one because I'm hiding behind that curtain, so I'm talking to the producer.
Right.
And Harrison asked me for my call sign, and I've been using A-frame, so that's what I
sick.
do over.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, we're almost done.
Okay. What are our numbers?
So
I'm sorry.
you're at 6 because I didn't include any of those last 3.
Yeah.
And I'm at 8.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I'm only on at 1.
Oh.
You've made $1 million, but you haven't
Wait.
destroyed the Constitution.
I haven't destroyed the
Wait, no,
Constitution with Mitch
but you
McConnell.
have mugged an old lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. There's so much about Xander we don't know.
Yeah. Turns out, if you don't know someone for 26 of their years,
Yeah.
maybe you don't know them that well.
And if only Xander had charged his phone beforehand, then
I
maybe
known
we could have dug into these topics. But now we're on a time crunch. So what's the rest?
Was it intentional? All right, next. Join a cult. We've all done that.
Sure.
I was born into a
I was
cult. I don't think I
indoctrinated, yeah.
actively joined
I was born
one.
into a cult too.
I was born into a cult.
Interesting.
For sure.
Wow.
born into a cult.
Oh,
I was born into a cult. And I chose this cult.
That's good. he counts. He's good no matter what.
Thank you.
Join the improv community.
yeah, that counts.
Okay, great.
But
Oh,
also,
yeah, that definitely
yeah,
counts.
yeah. Start a cult.
Oh, well, what is this show if not that?
Check.
convince cult followers to commit mass suicide.
Next week's episode. So we'll get to that. We'll both add that one, Colt, but we'll take it away very soon.
Okay. So it's good.
9 and 7.
Change identities because the heat is getting too hot.
When you mean the heat.
What do you mean identities?
Well, like change your identity because you convinced your cult followers to commit mass suicide, and so the cops are after you. So change identities.
I see.
Okay, well, add another one.
Move to Austin
I've done that.
Check.
to get away from the allegations.
Yeah.
Join an improv theater.
Check.
Start a podcast.
Keep 'em
Check.
checking. Keep them checking.
That was 30, fellas.
Wow.
Well, I missed 10. Colt missed 8.
Yeah.
So
I only missed one.
Wow. Very impressive.
wait a minute. You've you've moved to Austin fleeing authorities because you convinced your cult members to commit suicide.
Funny joke, Jake. That's great. That's a good joke. That's a good bit. We're moving on. I don't want anyone to know.
Xander's like the mastermind behind Heaven's Gate.
Hey, that's funny. I'm not the guy who still responds to the emails.
Actually, I watched a documentary about those people. They're like, they seem like actually kind of normal people and very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of like, that's what is weird about like the thing about cults is you don't realize you're in a cult until you're in a cult. You're a perfectly fucking normal person, and then all of a sudden you've cut out everybody in your life, and you're on a fucking island with Jared Leto.
I do think there is like a specific kind of person that
Sure.
gets sucked into a cult, though.
Me.
You? Do you think you'd get sucked into a cult?
Oh,
I'm so like hypercritical and like a piece of shit to authority that like it would not be okay. Like I would never be allowed to be in a cult.
I think I am a person that could be susceptible to it, in that like I not like in like to a cult that is very much of the opinion, or like it's not a religious one, but it's very much like a way of
like
thought.
a commune.
I feel like I could like, I think being aware of it, I'm like, okay, watch what information you're taking in, because I can get like hyper obsessed with like information and like getting like a certain type of like books where I can read through them real quickly and be like, oh, I'm an expert on this.
Plus, like one of the cult things that they do to bring people in is like, you know, as soon as you're part of the community, they like everyone loves you. You get all that acceptance, and that's something. That,
the
like,
love bomb.
Yeah, which like that's interesting. Is I get real, you know, when you mention that, I get real apprehensive when I get love bombed. I get like immediately.
Oh, me too. I just don't trust people, but that's a different problem.
No, that is a different problem where I'm like all of a sudden, like with the improv community, like sometimes I'm like, I feel real sketchy here sometimes because everyone's just
really?
like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
That's because you were popular in the improv community.
Yeah, I don't like that sometimes.
How did that happen? How did you get immediately popular in the improv community? How'd that go?
cool shirts while he was an intern.
You think so?
While he was interning, he wore interesting shirts.
Yeah. None of the people out there fuck with me.
No, let me be clear here. That's not to say that is your entire personality.
That is my entire personality.
No.
I'm saying that got your foot in the door.
You deserve it. Like, you're very talented at improv, but I just thought you were like around for 5 or 6 years when you were super new. You were like as new as me.
All you need is someone to say, hey man, cool shirt, and then the doors open, and then you can Xander all over them. Thanks, man. Hey, by the way, I'm turning 30. You want to hear my list?
You should do that.
That is actually a very great Xander impression. Ooh, should we?
I don't have a Xander impression.
Yeah, next week's episode is us playing each other.
Oh,
dibs on Xander.
I call Colt.
We should do.
Well, I mean, yeah, like if you did me and I did you, he'd have to do himself. So it has to go in the circle.
I'm good at that. I'm good at doing that.
To answer your question, I don't know, man.
About what? Sorry.
Like why
being in a cult? Or?
Well, the whole like immediately popular thing. I don't think that's necessarily true. It might just be like it presents that way. I don't know, because like I don't have like a lot of deep.
You just like were immediately in like house troops and stuff, which was impressive. I would say you're good at networking.
I think that's really it. Is I network.
Yeah,
like a motherfucker sometimes.
I just can't make myself care.
That's like one of the few things I not care about, but like I can do, and it doesn't like feel like super draining to me all the time.
I don't like have a problem like talking to people or like even like networking on a smaller basis. If I go, like I met people at the comedy club. I definitely have friends from there, work with people from there, but I'm not gonna go like
and also us.
Oh yeah, I mean you're part of that for sure. I don't have like this desire to go like talk to random people and like figure out what's going on in their lives though. Like I don't care.
I 100% approach a lot of relationships from a like learn more, grow more type thing. Where like the more people I interact with, like the new perspectives I get, and like new opportunities crop up. Like if I didn't try to reach out and like maintain like even minimal contact with you, I don't know if we would continue this.
That's fair.
Same with Jakeb. Like we had that
That's
interactions fair. And like, but could tell he was someone I vibed with and learned a lot from.
Yeah.
So like I enjoyed being around him. Like if I wasn't learning with a person, I probably wouldn't always hang out with them as much.
My litmus test for people is like how quick we start doing bits once we have like introduced each other. Like, if it takes like 5 minutes before we're in a bit, you and I are together. You're my friend. If it's like hours go by and we've just been talking, I just want to kill myself. Like, okay, great. Like, cool. Yeah, your life is so interesting to everyone else.
I tweeted this earlier this week, and it also applies to friends, or I retweeted, my sexual attraction is directly proportional to how willing someone is to commit to a bit.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I definitely fall in that category. I like having like deep relationships. Like I like knowing a lot about people I'm friends with and like having real conversations and stuff, but I'm not on the hunt for more people to bring into that
100%
circle. I'm not like also excluding people, but I'm not looking for mass friends.
Yeah, I get that. Like, you don't. Once you have enough, you don't need a ton. People are incapable of remembering so many people.
Right.
I personally think in the same way that every single divorce is caused by getting married, every single betrayal of trust is caused by opening a friendship door. And you have to be very careful with who you're going to do that with.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think just like on a personal reflection note, I'm definitely way too distrustful of people, but what can you do? It's not like...
Xander, any tips as the old man? Because I have no idea.
For the trust thing?
Well, how do we trust people, Xander?
I mean, like, I hear what you're saying, but I think that's also kind of like maybe a damaging mindset to have, like, in approaching new relationships is like, well, maybe I should talk to this person because maybe they'll hurt my feelings. I definitely have that, like, thought, like, subconsciously even, but I don't know if it's good.
I think it's one of those things that like it's like a spigot where I can like turn it. If I'm hemorrhaging friends, I can open it wider to let in newer friends. But if I've got my stable friends, if the dam is full,
I definitely feel like at times I have opened myself up to too many people sometimes because there's a lot of not demands, but like
oversharing yourself,
just like having too many people, like too many fingers in like a lot of either projects or like friend stuff or hangouts. So like I end up feeling super overwhelmed and either I super isolate myself or go into feel like I'm just not being a good, like I'm being a shitty friend because I am not like being as good of a friend as I want to be with like individuals.
I think I'm just like personally a bit of a loner too, which kind of doesn't help with this.
Sure.
But
a question to ask yourself when you're hit with the, I don't want to interact with this person because they may hurt me. Something to kind of keep in mind with that is the opposite question is also valid and true.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's just look on the, like, what positive could come from it.
Well, it's like I think the philosophy to kind of think of on that isn't like look on the bright side, but both possibilities can happen.
Sure.
So embrace that uncertainty and like live your life. But like the worst thing you can do is overthink it because if it doesn't exist, it doesn't happen. So either say yes to it, embrace the uncertainty, something happens, whatever, and just move on. Just keep going. I don't know. That's what I would do.
Okay. Well,
and also like
all my problems are solved.
You know your emotional capacity. You should trust yourself on that. Don't beat yourself up if you're like, maybe there are some things you can work on. But like,
there's stuff.
Sure. What I'm saying is like, but like the worst thing you can do is go into the cycle of beating yourself up over and over again for basic human behavior you learned as a defense mechanism. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I have to step out really quick.
Okay. No. We're also at like an hour 15. We can probably wrap up soon.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Oh shit! It's the frog from the Disney cartoons.
Ribbit, it's a Warner Brothers. Hey, it's
Sorry,
me.
Warner
Don't you
Brothers.
ever say Disney in front of me again. I'm
I
a frog
apologize.
with a top hat. I'm just here to help close your show. That's what I do. I show up when the show's ending. Time to roll the credits on this here old program that we got going on. What is it? This is Warner Brothers property, isn't it?
Yes, we are owned by Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Hello, my baby.
HBO
Hello, my
Max.
darling. Hello, that's AT&T. That's Warner Brothers, isn't it? As well. That's right.
Yep.
That's correct. Yeah.
Hey, listen, if we get acquired by Rooster Teeth, we're gonna be Warner Brothers. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about it.
we're either going to get
true.
acquired by Disney or get acquired by WB.
This has been Mouse Out of Wedlock. Let's fucking kill this shit.
No. We're off the rails now. I'm taking over. Pew, pew. This is a highway robbery train.
The show's been hijacked by Xander.
All
Pew,
right.
pew.
See ya, fellas.
No,
All right, we haven't
back.
gotten to 30 things you should do at exactly 30.
And that's been Mouse Out of Wedlock. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. If you want to find us outside of this podcast, you can find me, Jakeb White, at my Twitter. That's at James Urkel Jones. I've actually been funny, so please follow me. Also send me money, Venmo at the Jakeb.
Someday somebody.
Somebody will send him money. I know it. I believe it. And it's not going to be me. I'm ZanFrancisco69 on Twitter. I'm not funny on there. And I was posting my teenage drama bullshit earlier this week, but I deleted it. So maybe you'll see it. Maybe you won't.
This is called follow me, Colt45 Joyce on Twitter. Follow the show, Mouse Out Wed on Twitter if you want to follow the show. And if you want to follow me on YouTube, Colt Joyce.
Wait, before we go, I got something I want to ask you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you guys know that Julius Caesar was allergic to knives? That's why he said, "Achoo, Brute."
That was good.
That was good. Do you think William Shakespeare was there when it happened?
Yeah. It's a documentary.